follow the sun down, lay down here beside me in the shallow down.
Cher Lloyd, welcome back to Kansas City.
Thank you.
How are you?
I'm very good, thank you. How are you?
Newly married. How has married life been?
It's been really, really good. It's not a lot different to, you know, how me and my husband were before, because we've always been very, very close. We spend every waking minute together.
That's what I was going to ask. Is it tough being on tour?
No.
Well, you get to bring him with you, right?
He's with me all the time.
Oh, that's good.
And it's perfect, and I'm really happy.
So, you know, you're about to go on tour. You're going to kick off right here in Kansas City, headlining. How excited are you for this?
I'm very excited, but then again, you know, I'm very nervous as well. It's the first show. The first show is always the one that you're like, wow, I'm nervous for this one. You know, because I've had to rehearse a load of new songs, a load of new arrangements for old songs. So it's like, you got to remember all those things. And on that first show, you need to like knock it out on that first show.
So you've done a lot to prepare yourself for the tour, even going to be jumping on the Neon Lights tour, but then you have an album that's going to be dropping in May.
Yeah.
How great is this?
There's a lot going on.
There is.
Very hectic, and I like hectic because it keeps me motivated and going. And hopefully my fans will feel how hectic it is too, because I feel like it was very quiet at one point. You know, over the Christmas period, it was kind of quiet, and I was kind of sat there over Christmas and I was like, I've got to get going. I've got to go back to America now. I can't sit in the UK and not do anything for this amount of time. I have to go back. So I was itching to come back. And yeah, it seems like I had that big break. And now it's like, okay, work, 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 work.
And again, the album in May, going to drop. You've been working on it for a while.
Yeah.
But you weren't ready to quite drop it yet. What's going on here with this?
I think as an artist, I'm very critical of myself. And of course I want the best, you know, of what I can do and what I can achieve. But I think I work with a lovely man called Cher Lloyd. And he and I have lots of ideas of how we want this album to sound. So really it was me and him sort of coming to an agreement on certain things for us to be able to say, okay, we're done, we're ready, let's go.
Because you're kind of a control freak, right? And when it comes to that thing.
Yes, I am.
And so you want it your way, right?
I always want it my way.
That's good though.
And I'm not afraid to say that.
So tell us more about the album. Is it a big difference between your first album to this album?
Oh yeah, it's a huge, huge difference. I feel that it's been 3 years. I'll just point that out. It's been 3 years since I had the last album, which was Sticks and Stones. Now, within 3 years, a person can change a lot. I feel that a person can change a lot. And I was, you know, in my teens, and I was all like, you know, I'm in the music industry. And it was all fun and stuff. And then, you know, maybe last year it sort of hit me that this is the thing that I am desperate to do. And I want to do it for the rest of my life. So I think everything got a little bit more serious for me. I started tapping into my songwriting a lot more. I now have more opinions on who I want to work with and where I want my album to go. So yeah, I think the outcome of this album is so different.
And we got to hear Sirens today. Again, a different type of sound that we're hearing from Cher Lloyd right here in the United States.
Totally different. I think, you know, from looking on my Twitter and hearing from the people that I work with, the response so far has been incredible. And it's just so amazing to see, you know, people that weren't necessarily my fan to be like, did you hear Cher's new single? Wow. It's like, oh. So is this the moment where I can be like, it took me a while to find that thing, now I found it, and is this what people like? It's all a bit crazy to me right now, and it's going to take me a bit of time to be like, okay, so this is where I'm at. And I'm just very excited. What can I say?
And you have fans all over the place, from the UK to the US. But do you ever kind of take a different approach when you see some of the fans in the US or even in the UK?
No, I mean, I'm me, and I'm not going to treat anybody differently. You know, I'm going to treat that person the same as I'm going to treat that person. And I think that's why my fans are really loyal, because I'm just me. I don't really care what people think, as long as I stay me.
And that's all that matters then, right?
Yeah.
You know, you're always moving up that ladder.
Yeah.
And you're always continuing to build that fan base. When do you feel that ladder is going to be at the top, or what do you want to do?
Never. I'm never going to be at the top of the ladder. I mean, it's never ending. I feel like I would be like, oh, if an artist could say that they've reached the top of their potential. I don't think that's going to happen, so.
That's great. We asked some random Twitter questions. They wanted to know, what do you like most about being on tour? You're about to start it again right here in Kansas City.
The thing that I like most about being on tour is that I get to play a different venue every night, and they're completely different crowds. You don't know what the crowd's going to be like. You don't know whether they're going to be quiet because it's a quiet area and everyone's a lot less like rowdy. And then you can go to another place and it's so loud that you can't hear the music in your in-ears. So it can vary a lot, and that's what I enjoy about it.
Perfect. Again, the new album going to drop May 24th.
Yeah.
Sorry I'm late. But you're doing some very cool stuff too. If people have not had an opportunity to pick up the pre-order, that they can kind of hear those tracks beforehand too, right?
Yeah, and we're also doing this thing where we are getting a fan to unlock a song every 2 weeks.
Okay.
And this has never been done before, so it's a big deal.
Your idea, I assume.
Yes,
That's
and
right.
my album artwork, we have done puzzle pieces, which was my idea too. And we're going to allow that fan to also release a piece of the puzzle to the artwork. Okay. So it sounds a little complicated, but if you go onto my website and you go onto my Twitter, there's more information. You can find
Basically,
out
every
more.
2 weeks, you're gonna debut another single.
Yeah.
And it's all based on the fans get to choose those songs.
My fan is going to get to debut the single, and it's a major, and I really want to make this work, and I know that the fans are excited too. So it is going to work.
Well, we're glad you're back in Kansas City. Cher Lloyd. Again, you can pick up the pre-order May 24th. Sorry I'm late. Thank you again, Cher Lloyd.
Thank you.